Thank you for tuning in to the best parenting show on the internet, Post Daily Dose.
It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post.
Hey, good evening, Facebook family. Welcome to another episode of Post Daily Dose with me, your trusted parenting advisor, faithful guide, and servant on the healing journey. What's my name? Big Papa Brian+Post, coming to you from way out in the country in Crescent City, California. I want to show you guys something real quick. So first of all, here's me, right? Now look at the span of this what's behind me. See what's behind me here? Let me see if I can. Let's see. So right here, see this, and then I'm gonna span all the way over. See all the way over. See the end of it? Let's see. The end of it is right there. See the end of it? So that's actually it's wider than my arm span by a significant amount. This is the trunk of a redwood tree. For those of you who've never seen a redwood tree, which a lot of people haven't, this is just the trunk. And so look at, like, there's still a whole another 6 feet. And obviously this one was old and has fallen down. But I just thought it'd be really cool to show you guys, like, the magnitude of these redwood trees here in the redwood forest. Hey, Kirsten, hey, thank you so much, Penny. Hello there, Mimi. Yeah, I've had a couple days off, haven't I? Been slacking. Thank goodness Christy's been able to fill in. So today I want to talk to you real quick, and actually I'm spending some time with the family, but wanted to pop out here and chat with you for a minute. I want to talk to you about understanding your ultimate parenting power. And your ultimate parenting power, your ultimate parenting strength is one very simple and important thing, and it is your ability to create security for your children. And your ability to create security for your children falls back on your ability to be regulated. When you move into a state of dysregulation, everything becomes fragile. Now, think about your home, your family, and think about your children as building blocks. You're the foundation of your family. And so when you become really stressed and overwhelmed, the whole foundation becomes really unsettled and unsafe. And when you're raising children who have histories of trauma, remember that the trauma, I'm going to digress here for just a moment, because I want you guys to realize that there are black bears all over this place. So the mom that owns the family that lives here, they had 5 black bears in their yard one morning. So I'm actually putting myself in some level of imminent risk in order to give you guys the daily dose from outside in the redwoods. I should become like the new outdoorsman. Okay, anyway, I don't think there are any black bears around, but if they happen to show up behind me, please wave your hands and say, "Big Papa, run, Big Papa." There could be a Sasquatch out here also, but that could be me or not. Who knows? Anyway, so here we go. When your children have experienced a history of trauma and they become stressed, their foundation is already literally non-existent. The foundation, the regulatory foundation of a child who comes from a background of adoption, foster care, trauma, what have you, their foundation is non-existent. That cellular foundation that biological children are blessed to have the opportunity to have, it's not there for the adopted child, for the foster child, for the traumatized child. That foundation has been disrupted. And when that foundation is disrupted, and then you, as the adopted parent or the foster parent, become that foundation, and then you get stressed out and overwhelmed, then your foundation starts to collapse. And then when your foundation collapses, their foundation collapses all over again. And underneath that foundation, they don't have the imprints that say they're going to be okay. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you easy, Mimi, easy. It's all good. There are no black bears now. I'll wrestle a freaking bear. I ain't scared of no dang bears. As I look over my shoulder and make sure there's none hearing me. So here's what I want you to understand. Now, biological children, they have cellular imprinting that hasn't changed from the time they were conceived. So that cellular imprinting for those children always is their foundation. So no matter what traumas they have after they come into the world, they always have that. They still have that foundation of security. And even if it's an insecure foundation, it's still that cellular imprinting of biology. Adopted children don't have that. And depends on the age, of course. If they're adopted later in life, that's a little bit different. But typically, when a child is adopted and they don't have contact with their biological family, they lose that cellular imprinting of that foundation, that cellular imprinting of security. And so then as the adoptive parent, just like as the foster parent, you come in and you create that foundation for them. When you become stressed out and overwhelmed for any myriad of reasons or issues that you may encounter as a parent, because Lord knows parenting in and of itself is stressful, not to mention when there's been loss, when there's been other traumas in our own life as adults. And then when we become stressed and overwhelmed, and our children are setting on the foundation, which is us, and we start to collapse, they collapse right through. But instead of having that biological foundation underneath the parental collapse, they don't. They just crash. And what they crash into is their brainstem. And when they crash into their brainstem, all of their abandonment, their rejection, their fear, their overwhelm shows up. And then that surfaces in all kinds of behaviors. So I just want to encourage you guys to remember that your ultimate power as a parent is to create security in the dynamics of your home and with your children and your family. And you don't have to do a lot for that. You don't have to do a lot to create that. Sometimes, and a lot of times, the only thing you have to do is just stop and slow down and breathe. Because when you stop and slow down and breathe, those are 3 simple words. Stop, slow down, breathe. Stop, slow down, breathe. 4 very simple words. We'll call it 3 phrases. Stop, slow down, breathe. When you stop, slow down, and breathe, what you're doing is you're changing your physiology. You're changing the physiology of your brain, which means you're changing your hormone chemistry. You're changing your nervous system. And then when you're doing that, you're changing the physiology of your brain, your nervous system. You're actually creating a different vibration. And the vibration you create is one of security instead of one of insecurity. That in and of itself alone helps at least maintain some foundation of security in your home. So when you find yourself really struggling with your child or with your children, the single best thing you can do is stop, slow down, and breathe. Regain control of your physiology. Get your thinking online. Get your short-term memory activated. Remember, you are a powerful parent. Say that to yourself. I am a powerful parent. I am a good parent. What I am doing, it may not please everyone, but I know that I'm making the best decision for my family and for my children. And they may not be happy about that, and that's okay. But you have to stop, you have to slow down, you have to breathe, and you have to reaffirm that for yourself. And then just by doing that, your children naturally feel that strength and they feel that security based on that vibration that you're sending. So I hope that's helpful. Just wanted to share that with you because anytime I get to spend time with families, I always get lots of good stuff, lots of good feedback. So hope that's helpful, guys. Remember, in any given situation, we always have 2 choices. We can continue to get overwhelmed and operate from our imprints of stress and fear and regress. When we get stressed, we overwhelm. When we get stressed and overwhelmed, we regress. When we regress, we go back to an emotional age. And when we're operating from that emotional age, we're almost purely 100% in a place of fear. or we can stop, we can slow down, we can take 3 to 10 deep breaths, and we can choose love. And I hope each and every one of you will choose love. I hope you enjoyed the Northern California scenery here. Big Papa loves you. God bless each and every one of you. And good Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow.